You see, we have many logos. It's because we have many collaborations, and it happened. Today is happening because of these collaborators only. This red rope is the person those helped us to execute this training. And thank you to Red Rope, and there's a representative of Red Rope here, just to come to see. And there's a Manobal people, Nimra Walter. I want to help. Thank you for this, for inviting all the people. That's a great help for us. And I have one board member from here, Ashish Shrivastava. I just want to introduce him also. Please come here and say hi to the people.
Hi, most welcome in our program. Thank you for your precious time.
Yeah. So this is what this is what is background of this program. It's total training session here. We just arranged it in a week time. It's a very short time to arrange this important topic training. I'm thankful for all the partners, those helpers in making this happen. And now it's time to let people what we do. So this is our slide sharing session. Yeah, we started 12 years back, and we had a vision to help the vulnerable children, vulnerable girls, to rehab them and to make them installed successfully in the mainstream. That was our vision 12 years ago. And we are very happy to announce that we have served this year 200 girls in our state home. And this is what happened. We have the Asha Trust, and under the Asha Trust, we have the safe home named the Nai Asha. And Nai Asha is a ray of hope in the girls, those are vulnerable, those have been victim of the sex trafficking and other kind of trafficking too, the child marriage and forced marriage, like many kind of the sexual abuses. So this is what we have the title Asha Trust. This is some glimpse of what we do. This is Behram, is rescue aid operations. Mainly Ashish takes care of this rescue operations. We did many rescues, and we have busted the sex rackets, we seized the brothel first time in the UP, and these are some of the highlights of what we do in the rescue operations. This is success story. One of the success story, and the girl rescued, and this girl rehabilitated. So here the beginning and the end. So yes, please. This is another success story. This is the girl. She brought this. In this shape. She brought in our safe home. She was totally drug addicted. She was drugged because they wanted to sell her and traffic her. She came in this situation, and then she was back to mainstream with the parents. This gives us encouragement and hopes to work. These are our hopes. The new hope, Nai Asha. This is what we do, the Speak Up. So today is a Speak Up training program under Drona, because this capacity building program, we trained many police officers, recruited police officers to help them to know the subject, because they are just like us, the commoners, police officers. When they pass exams, they get equipment, they know nothing about the subject, about the problem, about the solution. So there's a training programs we organize for the people. So it's under Drona. Today we are sitting under Drona. Drona is a capacity building program. Blessing is a program. We have the freedom business setups for survivors. You have seen the first slide, the girl, she was in the salon. That was our blessing part. Our own startup, because we don't want them to get employment somewhere, because there is a chance of exploitation again. So when they have their own start setup, they will be owning it. So no further exploitation. That's what we need. Thank you. Thank you for listening me so patiently. And I have a guest here from Brazil, my friend Karen Aries. She wants to share something about that situation of the children, vulnerable children in Brazil. Because it's not that in India we have the victim children. It's everywhere. It's a global problem. So I invite the Karen Rees here to talk more about the subject in globally at the universal level and global level. So welcome you, Karen Aris.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
बहुत अच्छा लगा है आप लोगों को मिलके अच्छा लगा है ये बोलो कोशिश करूँगा पक्का नहीं है वैसे but you all anyway understand English right?
Yeah. You guys speak English very well. Actually, I learned English here in this school. You guys teach me, right? So if I miss some English word, you can help me too. Thank you.
इतना प्यारा इंग्लिश बोलते हैं बताओ क्यों ऐसे बोलते हैं बताओ
In Brazil we have only one language. We are a very big country, right? Actually, India fits in the northeast part of Brazil.
हमारा हिंदी सुना जाता है अभी हमारा भाषा मेरा देश एक मतलब एक भाषा तुम्हारा भाषा काफी पता नहीं दोस्तों think so और हमारा देश ब्राजील एक भाषा वो भी portuguese.
So we are actually I used to live in Lucknow. I spent 3 years total in Lucknow. So sometimes people miss and think that I'm Indian. If I'm in Lucknow, people say, "Are you from Southeast or Indian Southeast?" I said, "No, I'm Brazilian."
समझ गया ये मेरा घर लखनऊ में था है ना और लोग सोचे थे मैं तो हिंदुस्तानी हूँ हम ये सोचना था कि थोड़ा लग रहा है ना हिंदुस्तानी
So can I talk to in India was actually the first. I was telling my friend of Red Road that once you have a social justice virus in your vein, you can't deny it anymore. So here was the place that got me badly.
Actually, हमारा सबसे इस लाइन में social working लाइन में हमारा शुरुआत क्या था हिंदुस्तान में हुआ हमारा इतना deep involvement हुआ ना हमारा पूरा काम यहाँ से शुरुआत
So then
they understand.
Thank you so much. So basically what you guys are fine, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
In English. So I'm learning Hindi to speak better. Okay, so next time maybe I'll speak Hindi. But here in India was the first time that I've seen many things in terms of social justice that mixed and messed up with my soul. In Brazil, I used to work in the slums. We have like big slums and we have a poverty, have so many different kind of social vulnerabilities there also as a third world country. We have the beauties also. And so many things, if we compare Brazil with India, we have many things in common. The beautiful people, the warm people, the culture in itself, music, dance, full of talents. So Brazilian also, we are very, how can I say, engaged, also very, very tangled as in Indian. So first time I arrived here in India, I felt very, very welcome and walking freely. I was not afraid to walk in India, you know. There are places that we feel like, I don't know what to do here, but here I was very welcome. In Brazil, I used to work in northeast of Brazil, and northeast is the worst place in terms of social justice problems in Brazil. We have all the rates and things of poverty, starving, all these kind of things in Brazil. Northeast is the main thing, right? So my mother and my family, we work on this path. And once I came here to Lucknow, especially to Lucknow, see the little kids around in the street was for me the key of doing something for not only for India, but also Brazil when I came back. So now, just to resume, right? Now in Brazil, we have an organization. I'm a president of an organization that calls Manobal. We are a company, a social company that works training people, works also against human trafficking, especially preventing kids in the street to be trafficked again. So we understand, we understand that children in the street, they already are being trafficked, right? They are being used for begging, they're being used to ask money or do things that they shouldn't. They should be playing around with their families. They should having fun, right? And not begging or getting things. So in Brazil, we have this major problem, especially if you go to southeast of Brazil, the city called Rio. Have you heard about Rio?
Rio de Janeiro.
Yes, Rio de Janeiro. It's one of the biggest cities in terms of tourism and all the cultural festivals, rock and music. So all the events are there. So you guys work with, I guess you guys know that the main point of big events, it's also the hub to have people going right around. So in Rio, we have one thing that Brazilians are not speaking. It's the situation of children that are being captive to work as soldiers in trafficking. So drug dealers in Brazil, they are calling young people, especially little ones that are hanging around, to be in their army, right? In terms of drug dealers. So in Rio de Janeiro, they have many kind of, how can I say, facção?
Fictions. Yeah, I mean
Mafia, right?
we can say mafia, criminal mafia.
Criminal mafias.
Criminal mafia.
So in Brazil, in 2009, 2010, we had a very big operation in Brazil to prevent drugs and to finish the drug dealers, finish all this mafia and all in Southeast. But our government forgot to cover Northeast. So I was there Northeast. So everybody that was making these criminal things in Southeast, criminal activities, they went to Northeast because all the focus of the police, all the focus of the, even the army was in Southeast of Brazil. So then they go straight away to Northeast. And then Northeast, we say that is a perfect place for those kind of things because there is a lot of poverty. There are a lot of vulnerability in terms of social vulnerability. So once you have this thing plus the drug dealer, mafia and all, you have a perfect combination for more human trafficking. So in Northeast, we had this boom, right? This major thing. And we could see many kids going, how can I say, they were attracted for this lifestyle. So because the drug dealers, they invite as it's a beautiful life, it's easy life, easy money. So many kids, about 15 years, 17, they are in this turn, right? Going out from the school and going to the university. So they see the mafia, the drug dealer, criminal activities as a potential to have money, easy money. Because once they are home, they come back home and say, I don't have money, my mom has to work all day, I'm here, so I don't want this kind of life. I want a different life. So then it's easy to go in this kind of invitation than work hard. So in Brazil, we have working especially with these kids, trying to prevent those kind of things. We are trying to prevent them with arts, to prevent with can I say, training,
by using art.
yeah, using art, right? So my background, I'm a ballet teacher, not belly, but ballet, European dance. I started since I was there in the toes. I started as a child dancing, and I say that art, it is a path, it is a bridge for me between the social justice movement and my work. Because through arts, I can see people, I can talk, I can relate with. So arts today, I use to help these children to go out of the situation. I want to share with you some pictures just for you to understand more. So these are the little ones that are in Brazil, begging in the street. Sometimes they are with their mothers. The mothers using them to beg also, and they are 100%. They are 100% open for anything. So sometimes, if you go, I met this girl in the street, and I was talking to her, and one of her friend, actually Easter, one of a girl like her, I was invited her, can you come in my car? Like, can you come in? I'll help you, just to see what. And then she ran inside of my car, and when we went to about 2 kilometers together chatting. So imagine if I was a
bad person.
what would be happening with this little one, right? So they are open, and I didn't give anything for her. I just said, hey, what's your name? I give attention for her. So one of the how can I say, strategic thing that we have is going straight, talk with kids, see what the government can do, because we in Brazil, we have some good things. Government give us some
Schemes.
schemes, right? To help these children, right? We have this kind of thing, but they don't know. So we are this bridge between the society and the government, who needs and the government, and we build this bridge. So this is the first place that we start as a Mahila organization. This is an abandoned building, very big building. It was a factory, like abandoned factory. 20 years back was a big factory, and then failed, and then the building was there. So many people that are coming from this background of streets, they went and made this as their house. So it's full of trash, it's full of many things like trash. It's not a place for people live, a person live. It's not a place at all. So they don't have energy, they don't have a window, but they don't have anything there, even water. So they need to get the water from outside of the street and bring it in. So once I visited this place for the first time, I was invited by one of the mothers of the little ones in the street. And then I was like, how can a person live in this situation? And how I started to understand how was the drug dealer invitation, plus how was they were living there in that situation. All the system, I was trying to understand better, to help them better. So can you please, basically, this is the building, right? It has 5 more floors, thank you, 5 more floors. And then it happens like this. This is a very tall wall, and here it's a gate, and then you can go in if the person inside of the building allows you. So it's not like you go and I'm gonna come here and do whatever I want. No, this is only few people are allowed to come in. So they allowed us to come and to work with these children inside of their building. They're not allowing us to work outside.
It's controlled by the mafia.
It's controlled by the mafia. So this is a place that here it has a prosciutto.
It is a place of prostitutes.
Yeah, here inside of this, you can see a prostitution going on, and then we have a same kind of part of this here, and then we have a contravenção that it's a kind of como é que é o nome daquele?
The wrong activities are going on in the building.
Yeah, like jogos.
Yeah, they also do, illegal, the illegal games. That's I think
Gambling.
Gambling.
I think the government has
Gambling.
also banned in India.
Yeah.
But that is also in other countries.
Also here,
Partially has been stopped by the government, but still going illegally on.
illegally, totally illegally here.
Desculpa, só queria ajudar.
Oh, thank you. Por favor. Please help me. So this activity here, prostitution here, kids playing here, and then you have a small vendor thing, people that sells,
Drugs, for example.
yeah,
And
here
alcohol.
especially they sell supplies like coffee, rice, beans, those small things. And then we have, let me see if there's okay, this place here, you're going in, have a door, and you need to cross this door, and then after this door, the drug dealers are there. So, and then the kids are passing there every time, and then they are having big guns, fuzil and all those
The
things, weapons,
They're
big
big
weapons, like
weapons.
army weapons, and then the kids are passing there normally. This is something normal for them. So once, if it's normal here, once they invited the kid, these little ones, for example, to be part of it, it's like, okay, it's normal, right? You're seeing every day, you are seeing every day, you are suffering, you're seeing the suffering every day, you are seeing the exploitation every day. You are seeing so many bad things every day and become normal. So the idea is to say to those little ones, say, no, this is not normal. This is not normal. You are in pain and we are here to help you. We're here to give you a different perspective of life. Because if we don't go in their place and say, look, there are light outside. Do you want to come with me? How they can? No, right? So these kids here, one day I was here playing, and here we are singing together. Here we have a moment of singing and counting histories and all. So we were playing there, and then one little boy was with a gun, paper gun, he did himself. And he was like playing he was the boss, he was the mafia boss there. And he was like doing, kind of subjugando.
Yeah, actually he was.
Yes, please.
Actually, what happens, because the children are seeing the criminal adults walking with weapons, they start drawing also those weapons. Then they begin playing that, yes, I'm also shooting like them. Vou com de bara logo he, bache de kega, bache do ye design do abi karega na, fe kelenge na, maybe skitara yes a bande. Yeah, problem.
So then this day I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this with your friend? He's your friend. And then he was saying the same thing, like, he's not my friend. I honor him. He's my servant, kind of. So then this little one, he's 8 years old. So this is the way he thinks, because when child, they express themselves playing, right? And the playing is not a joke, it's a reality for them. So if he is playing like this, it is his reality, and it is what he has in his mind and his heart. So so we are trying to break this kind of mindset, right? Sometimes I feel like it's so small, we have so many kids like this in Brazil. We have hundreds, thousands of kids like this. But I remember one thing, when I was a child, I had a teacher and she was the perfect teacher for me. I can't even remember her name. And I remember she talking to me, I remember she hugging me, and I remember she telling so good things for me. She's one. I have so many, right? How many teachers we have along our life, like in school, right? But I remember her because she sat with me, she spent time with me. So as a person that works in social justice, I don't want to only be the person behind the paper signing things. I want to be that teacher that little one will remember. So so sometimes we feel like, oh, it's just a little one, it's just a kid, it's just one, it's just this. But change your life. So you are here because of one person change your life, like impacted your life. So in terms of organization, in terms of what we do, I want to be this person, right? To be the person that will impact their life. So if he's there thinking about the teacher, thinking a person to influence him, I want to be this person. So that's why I keep thinking, I know there is a big challenge, but I'll keep going doing this. I'll keep making this. I know it's so thousands of victims in human trafficking. Yes, it is. But I want to make it important for at least one, right? Yes. So those, so she actually, both of them, they're sister, right? And imagine they are living in this building with all this stuff's working, right? Prostitution is working. It's something that is kind of full because they're seeing the woman there, and then they're seeing as a, wow, she has a life. She's adored here. People likes her here. So again, it's another way that the mafia is grooming their brain, is grooming their thought to something that is become normal in their future life. So once we are there showing the difference, like, no, this is not only the life is not only about this, right? There are other things that you can experience. So last year, we built inside, the drug dealer gave us permission to build inside of this building a library, a place that they can play, brinquedoteca.
ये वो माफिया की बॉस मालिक है ना, जगह देता उनका एसोसिएशन के लिए वहीं कुछ किताब की जगह, कमरे में लाइब्रेरी किताब की जगह वहीं बनाओ, तभी साइड बाय साइड ये बच्चे भी वो बुक्स भी पढ़ेंगे ना माफिया को.
So it's a place that they can show. So then we bring up society to know about what is going on inside of this building. And then we said, look, we have an idea, and they allowed us to build something here. So they call us oasis. They call a place that the kids, once the thing were ready, they're like, oh man, this doesn't even look like my place. It's totally different. So then it's only for us, it's like, oh yes, it is. But for them, it's like, it's totally different. It's not even near of what I have in home. So I heard a little girl, she has 12. She told me, "Ma'am, this is my refugee." So imagine, for me, it's like, imagine I'm seeing drug dealers, I'm seeing prostitution, I'm seeing so many things, but I have a refugee place that I can be in peace. And then sometimes in the morning, they go, they wash themselves and go straight away to the library. Yes, so then sometimes they say, "Ma'am, I don't have any food, but I know here I can have a little bread, a little juice." So sometimes we think it's taking so long. I'm not preventing nothing. It's a ocean of trouble. I'm just doing this. But here, this kind of thing, it matters, right? Because in the end of the day, the community is made by individuals, right? Individuals. So once we have one little girl, one little boy telling this kind of thing, for me, it's worth. It's worth, right? So this is the building, see? So this is this window here. There is little houses that they made inside. See, this man is going up. And basically, this building in 2014 burned it down. Praise the Lord, nobody was burned. They got a way to go out, but they had to rebuild many things inside. And then this last year, this floor here, it's one of the biggest floor. And now the mafia invited, it's so strange to say the mafia invited us, but mafia invited us to, how can I say, have the whole floor. So we started with a small thing, and then now they want to us to ruin the whole thing. And I don't know if they are aware, but we are fighting against them. But they are inviting us to fight against them, right? So and I was like, why are you inviting us? And then one day I asked one of the drug dealers, I was like, why you guys let us come here? And then they said to like, I know this is not a good place. I don't want my future child to be the place I am because I don't have freedom. I have everything I need, but only here. So for me, it was shocking to hear this, right? So yeah, just for you guys to understand the context of the building that we are working with. So now they are allowing volunteers to come also inside. In the beginning, it was only me and my friend. Now I present the list of their names, and then the drug dealers allowed more people to come in and help. So this was a festivity of Child Road Day, right? Yeah, so this is the way they wash their utensils. Yeah, utensils. They even have bath here also. They have shower here. Next. So I bring this reality for you guys to see that me, Priscilla, and Luciana, we are talking about something that we, as a Brazilian, know is not the thing that is so far from us. It's very near, so we can relate somehow what you guys are seeing here in India also. So I see Indian, you guys speak so freely about your country, and sometimes I feel like I never spoke about also. And I think one of the ideas to have this kind of to have this kind of environment is to exchange ideas, thoughts, maybe something that I'm doing it's difficult for you guys, and sometimes what you guys are doing is difficult for us.
Ma'am,
Please.
आप English जानते हैं?
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes, for example, what Vinita and Shish are doing with Nai Asha and Mahila. So we are building a community together. And I think not only economic, Brazilian in BRICS, right? Brazilian, Indian, we can do many things beyond economic things, right? Especially think about the future, think about social movements and social justice and all. So thank you so much for having me to hear me. I hope we can chat more after here.
thank you, Karen, for giving us insight for that we can impact one life, impacting one life is enough, is enough. And so in between us now, we have the honor to have a member of Child Welfare Committee, Mr. Sharan. So thank you, sir, for coming here. It's honor for us to have you here. It's very engaging. Because your presence gives us a strength.
I'm also one among you.
Thank you so much for so humble. And thank you, Karen, for this wonderful vision about that you are fighting against them and they're inviting you. That's a kind of inspiration for us. We should not be discouraged when we go in and we make our way in, we break through. So this is time for most expecting time for our friend Priscilla Tommaso. She is psychologist, she has been experimenting and practitioner for past 12 years. She's an author. She'll be just speaking about this topic, bonding with vulnerable children, how to help them through their own emotions. Because when we see a child in a situation, we see child as a project. Oh, it's project. So we start same stereotype questions, answers, and that ends nowhere. So let's us think as a new way to how to build a rapport with the child in a situation. So welcome to Priscilla and Sister
Heloise.
Heloise will be translating her in English because she is fluent in Portuguese. So welcome to Sister Heloise.
I have a very strong voice. Anyone can hear, everyone can hear my strong voice, no? Oh, I see, for the Zoom call.
It's first.
हमारा कान बहुत छोटा है, ये तो गिरेगा.
Boa tarde a todos.
Good evening to all of you.
Eu estou muito feliz de estar aqui com
It's a
vocês
pleasure
hoje.
being here with all of you.
Era já um sonho antigo visitar a Índia.
It was a dream for me to come to India.
Eu admiro muito a vossa comida,
I admire a lot the culture and the culinary of India.
a vossa cultura,
Já falei.
né? e o vosso povo.
And the people of India I also admire a lot.
E eu tenho me sentido muito welcome aqui.
I feel so welcomed by the people of India in this beautiful country.
Então, muito obrigada.
I would like to give my thanks to the people of India for having me here.
E muito obrigada pela presença de vocês.
And thank
Cada
you
um
so
de
much
vocês.
for you all to be present here.
Bom, nós hoje vamos falar, tem um passarinho aqui, mas nós vamos falar sobre ele depois.
Well, we are going to, in fact, discuss about various stuff. You can see a little bird here, but we are going to discuss about this bird later.
Mas ele quis participar também desse
You know, the kind of the bird wants to participate, you know, in this reunion here, in this session.
Então, vocês podem falar hello to
Yeah,
Bonnie.
well, yeah, if you want to say hello to the bird, you can.
See you later, Bonnie. Okay. Okay, please. Ok, o tema do nosso encontro de hoje
Pode continuar, eu vou
esse que a nossa amiga Vineta já falou. Onde
Yeah, so well, we all understand why we are gathering together here, and I will be bringing the same point and discussing the goal.
pode passar. Ok. Mas antes disso, eu queria falar um pouquinho de quem eu sou e o que eu faço.
I would like to give a small introduction about myself and the kind of work that I do.
Meu nome é Priscila, como vocês sabem,
As you all know, my name is Priscilla.
eu sou brasileira,
I'm a Brazilian.
mas também sou uma cidadã italiana
Well, I'm also an Italian citizen,
e eu moro em Portugal.
and my residential is Portugal.
Eu viajo bastante
I do travel a lot.
porque eu sou uma psicóloga humanitária
I'm a
psychologist, so I travel a lot.
Alguém sabe o que uma psicóloga humanitária faz?
Does anyone knows what a humanitarian psychologist does?
Welcome.
Não? Welcome. Bom, uma psicóloga humanitária, ela atua em lugares onde existe vulnerabilidade.
Well, as a humanitarian psychologist, I go to places where there are children and teenagers vulnerable to specific difficult situations.
Como? Obrigada. Como guerra.
Like war places.
This song. I don't know. It is? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I need to listen. I need to listen to her, so I cannot repeat this. I will stand next to my
Perfect.
sister. Continue.
Ok. Como guerra, terremotos, né, desastres naturais.
We go to places where there are, earthquakes and war zones and natural disasters,
Extrema pobreza,
extreme poverty,
refugiados.
refugees.
Então, nesses diversos contextos de vulnerabilidade,
These various vulnerable contexts.
uma psicóloga ou um psicólogo humanitário vai até esse lugar
A humanitarian psychologist goes to these areas
para ajudar as pessoas a lidarem com o estresse provocado por essas situações.
to help the people in dealing with the stress which has been provoked by those particular situations.
Então, eu vou a diversas partes do mundo para poder ajudar essas pessoas quando algo do gênero acontece.
I go to different parts of the world when such unfortunate happenings do take place in those areas. Sim, mais slow.
Ok.
Não britânico inglês para ele, né? Bem devagar, tem que falar.
Bom, pode passar. Can you pass, please? Yes? Ok. Mas eu gostaria de falar para vocês hoje sobre um projeto.
I would like to explain how this project has taken birth. As you can see, how was this project born? I will explain in details.
Vocês foram convidados para um seminário, viram uma foto com um livro.
You all have been invited here for this seminar. And if you observe, there is a little book over there in your hand.
Como eu trabalho em contextos de vulnerabilidade,
I work in the context of vulnerability.
muitas vezes não é fácil encontrar instrumentos, ferramentas para poder se conectar com as pessoas.
Many times it's not very easy to find tools to communicate with people.
Então, eu desenvolvi o meu próprio instrumento.
Therefore, I decided to develop my own instrument.
Mas esse instrumento foi criado a partir de uma experiência minha enquanto eu vivia na Tailândia.
This instrument has been created, in Thailand when I had a particular experience, which I will be now detailing for you.
Na Tailândia, eu trabalhava com refugiados.
In Thailand, I worked with refugees.
E eu gostaria de falar um pouquinho para vocês sobre esse projeto.
Share this project.
Can I say it, please? Okay. Bom, aqui vocês estão vendo um desenho.
Well, you all can see the drawing over there. That's right. I think she's inside, huh?
Feito por uma criança.
It was actually drawn by a child.
Deixa eu contar um pouquinho do contexto dessa criança.
I would like to share about the context of this child.
Esta criança é refugiada na Tailândia.
And this child is a refugee in Thailand.
E ela, depois de um tempo que você aguarda pelo seu status de refúgio,
Well, after a period of time, you need to, wait for the document as refugees.
Leva um tempo muito demorado.
It takes a long time. It depends from government to government. Estou adicionando. Então, não entendo.
Ok. E então, eles, aguardando por esse momento, pelo status de refúgio,
While waiting for the refugee documents,
eles se tornam imigrantes ilegais.
they end up being illegal immigrants.
Como imigrantes ilegais, eles correm risco de serem levados para o centro de detenção de imigrantes.
Well, they can, since they are illegals, while waiting for the, official documents, they end up also in jails. In detention, jails.
E as condições, todos nós sabemos que as condições de um refugiado, as condições de vida de um refugiado são condições extremas.
We all know that the condition is very extreme.
Uhum. E quando eles são levados, piora.
Whenever they are taken for the detention prisons, these conditions tends to worsen.
Condições que já são extremas,
Extreme conditions already,
piora.
and then the unfortunate even go worse.
Então, eles vivem aguardando. Sabe?
Yes, correct sentence. Like, everyone is understand this? Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah?
She responds to this.
It's okay? Ok. Então, eles vivem não só o impacto da situação extrema,
The impact of the extreme situation,
e vivem também a angústia e o estresse de, a qualquer momento, serem levados para o centro de detenção.
so they are in two extreme psychological, depressive states. Number one, they are immigrants, they are illegals, and also they have detention to be taken to the jails, to the detention. So psychologically, they are traumatized.
Ok. Então, isso estamos a falar de famílias que são levadas para lá, inclusive as crianças.
When we are talking about this particular group of people, we are not talking only about children, but also the family, the entire family is taken, in detention cells.
Uhum. Então, e eu vou focar nas crianças, tá
I
bem?
would like to put my focus in the children, who are the biggest sufferers.
Essas crianças vivem escondidas
The children, they are
nos seus apartamentos, nas
they
suas
hide
casas,
themselves in whatever location they are.
com a possibilidade todos os dias de serem levadas para esses centros de detenção.
And with the possibility of being going to the detention cells.
Sair de casa é um grande risco.
When it is to leave the house in the sense that they are illegal immigrants, the house could be actually any place where they are.
E lá eu fiz uma dinâmica com essas crianças.
Pode continuar.
Tá bom. Eu fiz uma dinâmica com as crianças, mostrei uma animação para elas, um desenho animado, em que o personagem principal encontrava um controle remoto mágico.
Well, I went over there. I did a small project with the children, and I did a dynamical kind of work in which, the magical person had a remote control in his hand.
E quando ele encontrava esse controle remoto, ele poderia ficar invisível, deixar uma parte do corpo invisível ou então um objeto invisível.
And in display with the children, by having that remote control, you could make your entire body invisible or a part of your body invisible. That was the play game, done with the children.
E também um objeto, ou também alguma coisa invisível. Tá bom? Tá bom. Então, eu pedi para as crianças desenharem uma coisa.
So I request the children, each of the children individually, to draw something.
Se você encontrasse um controle remoto como esse, o que você faria? Como você usaria? Para onde você iria?
So I asked them individually to the children, if you find that remote control, which makes you invisible, so where would you like to go and what do you like to do with it?
E eu quero mostrar apenas 2 desenhos que as crianças fizeram.
And I would like to then portray with all of you the kind of drawing done by 2 children.
Mas eu quero fazer, nesse momento, um pouco interativo.
I'm going to, of course, interact with the session.
Para vocês, o que significa... Não, pode botar, por favor?
Just put that.
I'm sorry. Para vocês, o que significa esse desenho?
I'm trying to ask each of you, what does it mean for each of you? Anyone can lift the hand and explain what it means for each of you. You can raise your hand.
Yeah. Please.
I think the child wants to go in their home place by this family.
A criança que desenhou quer ir para casa dele. O desenho descreve saindo daquela nação, que são fugitivos imigrantes.
Sim, a maioria deles desenhou um avião voltando para casa.
Yeah, most of those children, they come, that aeroplane going back to their native place.
Especificamente sobre algumas pessoas desse grupo de refugiados, essa família foi perseguida.
Well, among these refugees, unfortunately, one family perseguited por quem?
Perseguida no país deles, perseguição religiosa.
Oh, unfortunately, they ran away from their country due to religious reasons, you know. Therefore, they went as refugees to other places.
E isso aqui, para vocês, o que significa?
Okay,
Esse contorno.
this contour, what does it mean for each of you, this contour? Is it a cloud? What does it mean for you? These lines over here. Ela achou que era uma nuvem, mas tem alguma coisa na nuvem. Provavelmente ela tem essa. Anyone else? What do you think it's that? क्या है ये?
It's like someone who is stopping them to
Oh,
go.
wow. Eles não estão alguém parando o avião.
Nesse caso, esta não é uma nuvem, mas é um campo de invisibilidade.
It's an invisible camp. It's not a cloud, it's an invisible camp.
Então, ele usaria o controle remoto para deixar o avião invisível.
So, that child could use that remote control to make this aircraft invisible.
Porque no caso dessa família,
In that particular family,
que sofreu perseguição,
which had the persecution due to religious reasons,
essa criança ouve dos pais
this child heard from her parents
e de outros adultos
and from other adults,
que se eles forem deportados para a sua nação,
if they will be deported back to their native nation,
eles vão ser considerados traidores da
they
nação.
are going to be considered infidels, betrayers.
E isso pode levar a algum risco para a vida deles.
And this could be a kind of risk as death penalty. Eu mencionei que pode também ser pena de morte. Mencionei.
Ok? Então, ele deixaria o avião invisível. Ele usaria o controle para voltar para casa, mas de forma invisível.
He will therefore use the control remote to make the aircraft invisible and go back to his country peacefully. Next, please.
Para vocês, o que significa esse desenho?
Okay, now I would like to ask you, what is this for all of you? ये क्या मतलब है आप लोगों के लिए? ये drawing क्या मतलब है? Anyone? What this drawing means to you? ये drawing क्या मतलब है आपको? É alguém confuso. Alguém confuso.
O desenho parece um desenho comum?
Do you think, does it look like a common drawing? Does it look something common?
Por que não?
Why do you think it doesn't look common?
She is willing to disappear herself, but I don't know why she just.
Okay. Ela está preparada para desaparecer.
Ok.
Check is very light in the hand.
A criança tem alguma
Looking
coisa.
at some, she's looking at some external thing where she wants to her to guide or something like that.
Ela, o que aparenta ser uma luz, e ela está procurando algum
caminho para que ela possa passar. Mas cuidado. I never imagined this. Menina diz cabe nisso já. Parece que ela está perdida. Ela é mãe, na verdade, essa não é uma criança, mas é uma mãe, e ela está indo em direção da filha do filho para abraçar. Ela está muito triste, realmente ela está triste. Ela observa que só tem braços, pernas e cabeça, o restante não está ali, está faltando.
Ok. Foram ótimas respostas.
Sábado vou dar tchau. Ele quase veio.
Você vai explicar aquilo que ela falou sobre o desenho dela.
I'm going to explain what this child actually said about the drawing. अभी उन्होंने explain करेगा वो बच्चा ना drawing के बारे में क्या बोला.
Ok. Esse é um controle remoto.
That's a remote control.
O controle remoto mágico.
That magical control remote.
Foi desenhado
It was drawn by a child. By holding that invisible remote control.
Ela apagou essa região do corpo.
And she related this area of the body.
Não, todos nós somos crianças.
E quando a bicha grande e bate a vida na cabeça.
E também, possivelmente, convivemos com crianças.
Or we also, we live among children, some as parents also.
Quando uma criança está triste, angustiada, ansiosa, nervosa, com raiva,
When a child is anxious, is nervous, is sad, is depressive,
essas emoções aparecem nessa região.
These negative emotions appears in this area of the body, psychologically speaking.
Modo de dor na barriga,
Some of them develop pain in the stomach,
o coração acelerado,
and sometimes, the heart accelerates, or some pain also they can develop in them.
ou uma espécie de nó
Or
radical.
some throat infection, or some suffocation in this area of the throat.
Conforme a gente começar, conforme a gente adolesce, fica adulto, né?
And when we are going from child to teenager to adulthood,
Esse eixo vai para a cabeça.
this area of tension goes to the head.
Então, os adultos costumam sentir as emoções aqui atrás.
Adults feel the emotion and the stress and the tension in the back or in the head or even in the heart. Estou completando todo o respeito.
Não, mas antes de você
Fale.
Ok, então. Trocar. Ok. E você dá o primeiro? Então, conforme nós acontecemos, nos tornamos adultos, essas emoções são percebidas, vão subindo, percebidas mais na cabeça. Sim.
The kids, as we have mentioned, we explained that the emotions stops here in this abdominal area. And when you become adults in their adulthood, it goes to the back and to the head.
Mas nós também sentimos. Aqui nessa região, sentimos.
As adults, time to time, we also do feel some discomfort in this stomachal region.
Certo?
Correct?
Ok? Então, tá bom. Qual é a mensagem que essa menina nos passa?
So,
बच्ची क्या देना चाहता है हमारे लिए?
Esta menina também é uma refugiada.
This child is a refugee, ये लड़की की खुद refugee है.
E a mensagem que ela passa é: eu não estou suportando a dor.
The message that I'm giving, me, the child, I can't support this pain anymore. ये मतलब ये लड़की कहना चाहता है ये पेन इतना जोर से है ना, ये support नहीं कर सकते हो.
E diante desse quadro, eu me perguntei de que forma eu posso ajudar essas crianças a expressarem as suas emoções e serem ajudadas através dessas emoções.
As an adult and as a person who is involved in this project, I began asking myself, how can I help these children come out of this emotional stress? मैं मतलब मैं एक adult हूँ, मेरे एक बड़ा हूँ और मेरा involvement मेरा काम इस चीज में है. मैंने खुद अपने के लिए मैंने पूछा मतलब मैं ये सारे बच्चे को मैं कैसे मतलब मेहनत कैसे हेल्प सेव करूंगी, ये इमोशंस नेगेटिव इमोशंस को कैसे निकालूं बच्चे.
Então, eu desenvolvi essa ferramenta, que é muito mais do que um livro, para ser entregue para uma criança.
So I developed and then remember we talked about the instrument. So this is the instrument that I have developed, you know, and this instrument easily reaches in the hands of the children. आप शायद याद है हमें इंस्ट्रूमेंट के बारे में बोला, ये लिखा है मतलब ये सबसे आसानी कंफर्टेबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट है बच्चे के.
Nós vamos falar sobre esse instrumento, eu vou ensinar vocês a usar o instrumento, esse livro, na segunda parte do nosso momento.
In the second section, I will be explaining how to use this instrument.
Mas agora eu quero preparar vocês com um pouquinho mais de teoria.
I'd like to prepare each of you a bit more with the theoretical part.
Vamos falar, nós vamos falar agora sobre trauma.
We're talking about trauma. Trauma que é मतलब?
Nós estamos falando sobre uma população específica de crianças, ou seja, crianças vulneráveis.
We are talking about vulnerable children. हम बात करें वो बच्चा इस vulnerable.
Nós acabamos de ouvir a Karen falando sobre crianças vulneráveis no Brasil.
Miss Karen spoke to us about the children vulnerable in Brazil.
Em todo o mundo, nós temos crianças vulneráveis.
And all over the world, we have such vulnerable children. पूरा दुनिया में ऐसे vulnerable बच्चा है.
E esse é um treinamento muito geral.
And this is a general training. ये तो general training है.
Aquilo que vocês devem fazer é aplicar essa teoria ao contexto de vocês.
We need to apply this theory in the context of our lives. ये theory हम बच्चे के लिए देना है.
Okay? Porque eu não conheço as vulnerabilidades da Índia.
I do not know about the vulnerability of the Indian children. ये बच्चे का vulnerability यहाँ अलग है, हमारा देश भी अलग है. आप लोग और पता चलेगा.
Vocês conhecem.
You all know very well. मतलब मुझे आप लोग बहुत जानते हैं ना, मैं तो अलग देश की हूँ, मुझे नहीं जानते यहाँ कैसे.
Então, vocês podem pegar essa teoria, que é uma teoria geral, e aplicar no contexto de vocês.
You can take the theory which we are having here in my session and apply in the Indian context. हमारा theory आप लीजिए, सीखिए और यहाँ हिंदुस्तान के context में आप apply कीजिए. Okay?
So, what is trauma?
Trauma क्या मतलब है? What is trauma?
Trauma é uma resposta do nosso organismo a um evento muito estressante, muito difícil.
Trauma is actually a response from our organism. Trauma क्या है? मतलब हमारा खुद बॉडी में ये सवाल देते हैं और पैदा क्या है? ये trauma, emotional trauma पैदा करते हैं.
Trauma pode ser um evento que qualquer pessoa pode passar.
Anyone can have trauma. कोई भी ये trauma मतलब होता है लोगों का जिंदगी में trauma.
Trauma pode ser um
Então, depende, sabe? Não trauma can be diferente from a person to a person, personal issues.
Você está antecipando mesmo.
Porque o inglês é mais completo.
Então, uma pessoa pode sofrer um acidente e isso ser um trauma.
For example, a person can have an accident and that becomes a trauma to the person.
E aquele pode ser o único acidente da vida dela.
That could be the only accident in the person's life. Shared foi acidente हुआ, ये accident बन गया एक trauma. वो बंदे का जिंदगी में और शायद कभी-कभी पूरा जिंदगी में ये trauma होगा.
Mas existem crianças vulneráveis.
But there are vulnerable children.
Que não se trata de apenas um evento.
It's not only one event that causes the trauma.
Mas de uma situação traumática que se renova todos os dias.
It's a traumatic situation. Unfortunately, renew. Every day is renewing that child's life.
Então, eu gostaria de falar com vocês agora sobre as emoções de base das crianças, as emoções primárias.
I would like to discuss about the primary emotions of those children, the basic emotions of those children.
Na verdade, não são as crianças. Não.
Well, we cannot say only for the children, it's also for all of us adults. We all carry some trauma, we carried some trauma.
Alguém sabe quantas emoções básicas temos?
Do anyone knows how many basic emotions we carry?
Quantas emoções primárias?
How many primary emotions do we carry with us?
Alguém quer?
Anyone would like to ask or maybe share or
Happy, sad, angry.
feliz, triste, zangado? How many emotions do we carry? How many? How many emotions do we carry? कितना numbers में हम carry करते हैं?
Existem muitas emoções, certo?
São quatro, tá perguntando?
Quatro?
Share, mais ou menos. More or less four.
Alguém mais?
She's saying that we carry four emotions. Pode bolar? Amara emotions child. Oh wow! उन्होंने बोला हमारा emotions हमें carry करते हैं 84.
Eu compreendo ela falar esse número.
I do understand why she's saying the number 84 emotions.
Ok? Porque são muitas emoções, né?
So many emotions we carry.
Mas emoções primárias
The primary emotions,
são apenas 6.
86. When we talk about primary emotions, they are of the number 6. Share primary emotions here.
Isso, né?
Well, these are the 6 primary emotions. Happy, sad, fear, anger, disgust, surprise. ये खुश है, ये उदास है, ये डरने वाला है, ये गुस्सा वाला है, ये एकदम गुस्सा, एकदम surprise.
Angústia é uma emoção? Ela está aqui?
The angustia.
Angústia. Está aqui? Não. Ansiedade.
Anxiousness.
Por quê? Porque nós temos 6 emoções primárias.
These are the primary 6 emotions that we can, psychologically speaking.
E todas as outras emoções que nós conhecemos são ramificações dessas 6 emoções.
Ramifications are the other emotions that appear from those main basic primary 6 points of
O que acontece? Quando nós passamos por alguma situação, qualquer situação na vida,
when we go through certain situations in life,
o nosso cérebro ativa imediatamente uma emoção.
our brain activates one emotion.
Aquelas emoções primárias.
Those 6 primary emotions are activated by our brain.
Porém,
Therefore,
a partir do nosso repertório de vida,
beginning from the history of our life,
essas emoções vão ganhando novas formas.
These 6 basic emotions begin getting new forms.
E o que é um repertório de vida?
And what happens therefore?
É a nossa história,
It's our own life history, our experiences,
o nosso contexto social,
the social context that we have,
os relacionamentos,
the relationships, the social relationships that we have.
e o relacionamento que nós tivemos enquanto crianças com os adultos que cuidaram da gente.
And the kind of relationship that we have with those that care of us when we were children, and from the childhood to adulthood, those people that cared for us when we were children, also they are with us as adults.
Como eu falei para vocês, eu viajo muito para contextos de vulnerabilidade.
As I mentioned earlier, I travel a lot for areas that carries and have vulnerabilities.
E cada cultura tem a sua forma de lidar com as emoções.
Every country, every culture deals different with emotions. मतलब culture अलग है, देश अलग है, और वो कुछ अलग-अलग तरह में वो emotions carry करेगा और handle करेगा.
Por exemplo, existem culturas em que a criança não pode demonstrar tristeza.
There are certain cultures in certain countries the child cannot demonstrate the sadness. कोई देश है ऐसे इतना strict है, बच्चे नहीं दिखना है emotions. अगर रोएगा और कुछ भी ऐसे एकदम मम रहेगा. Ele falou que sabe. Já está falando da experiência dele, vai se abrir devagar. Ele falou que sabe de nada.
Mas essa criança ela precisa expressar que está triste.
But this child needs to express the feeling and the feeling of sadness. ये बच्चा ये होल करते हैं अंदर ग्रुप जाते हैं अपना feeling वो express बाहर तो आना चाहिए. मैं उदास हूँ, मैं गुस्सा हूँ, बाहर तो आना चाहिए.
Mas ela aprendeu que ela não pode, por exemplo, chorar.
That child knows that she cannot cry. वो बच्चा इसका खुद परिवार खुद लोग बोला आपको चुपचाप रहना है. देखा तुम्हारा उदास है.
Então ela vai criando mecanismos para poder expressar a sua tristeza.
They create mechanisms to express their sadness. ये बच्चे क्या करेगा? कुछ बना देंगे ताकि मतलब मैं तो चुप रहना है पर कुछ बना देंगे ताकि लोग बताएं मैं उदास हूँ और मैं गुस्सा हूँ.
Uma criança que não pode chorar, por exemplo, geralmente ela vai demonstrar a tristeza dela através de um comportamento agressivo.
अच्छा वो बच्चा अलाउ नहीं है रोनेगा क्या करेगा? इसको aggression में गुस्से में आएगा. That child is going to demonstrate anger.
Ou um comportamento muito agitado.
And maybe some very agitated behavior.
Mas vocês lembram dos desenhos que eu mostrei?
You remember the drawings that are shown? वो drawings मैंने दिखाया है आप लोग याद है?
É fácil interpretar o que se passa no coração das crianças.
Is it easy to interpret what goes through in the heart of a child? वो आसान है. हम पता है वो बच्चा का दिल में क्या क्या है.
É fácil? Então, uma criança que aprende que não pode chorar ou que demonstrar tristeza é um sinal de fraqueza.
Some kids they learn that demonstrating your weakness, your sadness, you are demonstrating your weakness. वो बच्चे अपना लोगों के लिए दिखा देंगे मैं उदास हूँ मैं गुस्सा हूँ ये मतलब है तुम तो मजबूत मतलब strong है मजबूत नहीं है तुम weak हो.
Ela vai apresentar um comportamento agressivo, agitado, como eu falei.
The child will have aggressive agitated behavior. वो बच्चा शायद agitate होगा और गुस्से में होगा अपना behavior.
A questão é que você, como um adulto, vai se relacionar com essa criança.
As an adult, you are going to interact with the child.
Alguém aqui interagiria com uma criança agitada ou agressiva, pensando que, na verdade, ela se encontra triste?
How would you actually interact with a child that maybe sad or maybe, you know, having a strange behavior? How will you interact? Would you understand that the child is carrying some sadness inside? That agar मतलब हम adult हैं और बच्चे यहाँ हमारे संग हैं और ये बच्चे aggressive हैं, हम समझ जाएगा ये बच्चे actually अंदर उदास है और हम interpret नहीं हो पाएगा.
Essa seria a nossa primeira interpretação. Ele está agitado, assim, ele está triste.
Would we understand this child is aggressive because this child is sad? हम समझ जाएगी ये बच्चे गुस्सा में क्योंकि अंदर उदास है. हाँ ना, yes or no?
At first look, maybe no.
Primeiramente, olhando, talvez eu não vou sentir assim. Ele disse. Mas aquele senhor falou assim.
Então, será que ele
Com certeza teve alguma coisa que antes ele falou alguma coisa também, né?
vai?
Viu?
Like even in your drawing, if you see red color comes from the ears. There was a question mark before that red. So there is something that the child gives back.
Ele vai compreender que a criança não está bem, pelo comportamento, pela forma de falar. Ou às vezes ele vai ver que a criança desenhou uma fumaça vermelha saindo dos ouvidos. Então ele vai entender, mas a criança então está querendo expressar que ela está zangada, está triste.
Sim, mas geralmente, quando uma criança está muito agitada ou agressiva, a nossa primeira interpretação é de que ela é desobediente.
Our first interpretation, when we see a child angry, that this is not a guy, a girl who obeys. That's a disobedient person.
É mais difícil a gente pensar que ele está triste, que essa criança está triste.
Especially because we don't understand that child is sad. We would understand that the child is disobeying us.
Então,
Desobediência. What can we say about the very first impression that the child is disobeying me? The other men is also saying that this child is challenging me.
Exatamente. Então, eu preciso mostrar a minha autoridade.
I need to show my authority.
E quando eu mostro a minha autoridade,
When I show my authority,
é o que uma criança triste precisa?
it's not the thing that said the child requires. That said child does not require to see my authority at that particular moment.
Ok? Bom, então, nem todas as pessoas, ou ninguém experimenta uma situação de trauma da mesma forma.
So, each one of us have experimented traumas in a different way.
Isso vai depender do nosso repertório de vida, geralmente você lembra.
It all depends about our own personal experiences.
E uma pessoa que vive em situação de vulnerabilidade, ela sofre os efeitos dessa vulnerabilidade em longo tempo.
A person that lives vulnerability lives in a long term that vulnerability.
Então, o estresse que ela sente, como eu falei, se torna crônico e múltiplo. E aí eu vou falar um pouquinho sobre isso.
The person, it goes so deep that the vulnerability that becomes chronic. Becomes a chronic problem.
Ok. E agora eu quero falar sobre essa síndrome, que é uma síndrome relativamente nova. Foi descrita em 2002.
2002 came a new psychological problem syndrome which is called Ulysses.
Ela foi descrita em 2002 por um psiquiatra espanhol.
The described in the year 2002 by a Spanish psychiatrist.
Que eu tive a oportunidade de estudar com ele.
I had the opportunity to study with him. He was actually one of my professors.
E alguém já ouviu falar sobre síndrome de Ulisses?
Anyone has heard about this Ulysses syndrome?
Não? Ok, pode. A síndrome do migrante é um conjunto de sintomas, é um quadro onde esse migrante passa por diversos tipos de filismo, estresse.
This syndrome, Ulysses syndrome, happens usually with the immigrants. What happens with these immigrants? They go through lots of tension and trauma and stress and depression.
O porquê Ulisses? Ulisses é uma referência ao herói, né, da narrativa Odisseia de Homero.
Pode repetir?
Ulisses é o herói da história Odisseia, né, da narrativa de Homero.
You know, Ulysses is actually the hero of this story. Odisseia story. Ulysses is actually the hero.
Ulisses, depois da Guerra de Troia, alguém já ouviu falar sobre a Guerra de Troia?
After the Troia War, eles não, geralmente nas escolas ciganas, eles não leem muito explicações do cinema.
Ok. Depois dessa guerra, ele voltou para casa, só que essa viagem de retorno foi muito longa. Durou muitos anos.
In this Western War, we are talking about the Western War history, which is called Troya. When he returned from the war, that's a very, very long way to return back home.
Uma viagem de retorno cheia de perigos,
Lots of dangers on the way back.
em que ele sentia muita falta de casa, muita falta dos seus amados.
He was missing his family, he was missing his loved ones, he was missing home.
E essa síndrome, dada o nome de Ulisses,
This syndrome called Ulysses
é um quadro desses sintomas provocados numa migração.
This Ulysses syndrome are actually the feelings that have been carried by these particular immigrants that suffer these particular traumas.
Então, qualquer pessoa que deixa sua casa
Anyone that leaves their house,
vai para uma outra cidade, por exemplo,
somewhere else, any country and state, for example,
pode passar por essa, pode experimentar essa síndrome.
can experience this Ulysses syndrome.
Next, please. Ok. É um quadro de luto migratório que é crônico e múltiplo. Então, essa parte é um luto migratório.
You know, when someone dies, you know, लोग मर जाते हैं ना, कोई मर गया, हमें मतलब थोड़ा टाइम हम बहुत उदास, हमारा दिल बहुत खराब है. Actually, ये सिंड्रोम ये है और क्रोनिक और मल्टीपल ये होता है, बढ़ जाते हैं वो feeling.
Eu dei o exemplo da síndrome do migrante, da síndrome de Ulisses, apenas para vocês perceberem uma situação de vulnerabilidade.
I give the example of that syndrome so that you understand a particular issue in regards to vulnerability.
Mas vocês podem aplicar essa teoria de crônico e múltiplo
You can apply this theory, chronic and multiple,
para quase todos os tipos de vulnerabilidade que vocês vão lidar.
for all the types of vulnerabilities that you are going to deal time to time in life.
Então, existem 7 tipos de lutos migratórios.
There are seven types, you know, of sadness, you know.
Não são 7. Não são 7.
The grief, look, but já tem aí, grief, já tem, não, Maranza. Quer falar alguma coisa? Aí, you want to say something? Também está no desenho também, que pode ser de um vilarejo para outro vilarejo, para fazer desenho. Ela quer dar uma igreja dentro.
Existem 7 tipos, no mínimo, de luta migratória.
There are 7 types of grief in the immigration.
O primeiro,
The first one,
separação da família e dos queridos.
separating from the loved ones and from the family.
Segundo,
Second one,
eu terceiro, né? Italiano na semana passada. Segundo, por conta das mudanças na língua.
actually, हम गांव में है, गांव अपना खुद ट्राइबल का भाषा बोलते हैं, आप शहर में आते हैं, आप लोगों की भाषा तो बोलेगा, ऑफिशियल भाषा इंग्लिश बोलना पड़ता है और हिंदी में. So you leave your tribal language in your village, and you come from the city, and you have to then begin speaking the official language, either Hindi or English. So that also brings some emotional change in us.
3, separação dos costumes e da cultura.
Separation of customers. आपका गांव अलग-अलग गांव में हमारा खुद कल्चर है, हमारा खुद अलग-अलग मानता है ना, वो भी अलग होता है. आप गांव जाएगा, गांव की बनारस आप आओगे, शहर में वो भी मतलब आपका कल्चर भी तो अलग तो हो गया ना.
Ok. Separação da terra.
आपका जमीन भी अलग हो गया.
Eu gosto de falar mais um pouquinho sobre esse, porque os outros são mais óbvios, mais conhecidos. Desculpa.
I want to talk more about the separation of the land. में और बोलना जाता है इसके बारे में, आपकी जमीन का अलग, मुझे इसके बारे में और बात करनी.
Ok. O que significa separação da terra? O que significa você sofrer porque se separou da terra? Isso pode ter tem o clima, a
The suffering that you have by separating yourself from your land could be climate, the climate change from your state village to the other place where you immigrate.
por causa da paisagem,
Division, it's a different vision from your main tribal village. When you come up, the vision is completely different.
por causa do cheiro,
Even the smell of things are different also. वो smell भी अलग है. आपको आपका गांव की बाहर आते हैं शहर में, वो smell भी मतलब कुछ और है.
eu vou dar exemplo de uma pessoa que eu conheci, que saiu do Brasil e foi para a Itália.
There's a person that left Brazil to Italy. ये बंदे immigrate क्या था Brasil से Italy.
No Brasil, ele morava numa cidade que tem uma fábrica de chocolate.
E em Brasil, this person used to stay in a place where there was a chocolate factory. ये बेचारे बंदे एक वहीं जगह था, वो chocolate की factory में था वहीं उनका गाँव में.
Então, a cidade E aí ele migrou para a Itália, para uma cidade de campo.
Italy में गया और वो क्या था जमीन मतलब agriculture की तरह ऐसे.
E aí ele tinha muito cheiro de esterco.
वो स्वाद तो अलग ही है क्योंकि वो अलग-अलग मतलब गाय है और ये अलग-अलग चीज वाइंडे वो स्मेल खराब कर रहा.
Então ele saiu de uma cidade com cheiro de chocolate, uma cidade.
He left this land that flavors like chocolate due to the factories to a place of agriculture land with animals that you can imagine this man.
Yes.
So I think this is check right. Getting us into the story, like shake your back and flex your body, and if you follow my instructions, so you can say like, okay, touch your neck. You can touch your neck, touch your neck, touch your chin. Okay, touch your ears, Ears? Ears. Okay. Touch your forehead. Yeah. Touch your nose. Everyone's effective. All listening. Not tired. Good job. Must tea time. Please, tea is there. Please have a tea, then we can come back for the next session. They're connected. They're listening.
Você quer sentar aqui? Eu tô quase. Bem? Ok. Então, vamos voltando aos pouquinhos. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are gradually returning back for a session. Come dire. Arium vamos a uma session mesmo.
Vamos, enquanto algumas pessoas estão voltando, eu vou voltar a falar do primeiro, ok? Só enquanto as pessoas chegam. Então, esses são tipos de lutos migratórios, são tipos de processos de luto diferentes e que causam sentimentos, emoções, pensamentos diferentes. É muito.
Well, I'm going while still slowly, we're still having few people to return here for the session. I would like to discuss then the first point, also the grief, the immigration, migration grief that happens and that involves so many feelings and so many emotions.
Essas são respostas, esses sentimentos são respostas biológicas do nosso organismo.
See, if we look at the scientific side, these are biological responses from our organisms that turns into emotions.
Então, não tem nada de errado em sentir essas emoções.
There is absolutely nothing wrong in having these feelings. कुछ ये पूरा feelings में कुछ actually गलत तो है नहीं, क्योंकि अगर हम scientifically देखोगे ये biology है.
Mas uma pessoa que vive em situação de vulnerabilidade, essas emoções, ditas emoções negativas, elas se tornam crônicas.
Well, these negative emotions become chronic emotions
Em situação de vulnerabilidade.
in the vulnerable situations. These feelings, these emotions turn into negative feelings that in turn becomes chronic.
Porque a situação se renova todos os dias.
You know, the situation that the person is in, that situation is renewed every day. So therefore, that feeling, that negative feeling becomes chronic.
Uma pessoa que vive em um contexto de extrema pobreza e precisa lutar pelo alimento todos os dias, ela não sabe se ela vai ter um alimento naquele dia.
I give the example of people that, for example, they need to go out and they need to work for their daily butter and bread. Every day they go out, they are uncertain if they are going to find, that bread and butter that we call. They are uncertain if they are going to actually eat that day.
Ok, então essa incerteza
This uncertainty
se repete todos os dias
is repeated every day.
e essa repetição nós chamamos crônica.
This repeated situation, in which I have given the example for all of you, becomes chronic and it is named as chronic.
Porque muitas vezes a gente não sabe quando começou e não sabe quando vai terminar.
Actually, we never know how it started and how it will end.
A grande maioria das vulnerabilidades se repetem por gerações e gerações.
Majority of vulnerabilities are repeated from generations to generations.
Então, isso significa crônico e múltiplos são os diversos tipos.
This is a chronic situation and of various types.
Uhum. E aqui é só um exemplo sobre luto migratório.
And this is just an example about the grief, immigratory grief that one feels. This is just one example of the huge problem.
E nós paramos no quarto tipo.
We stopped when we took a break. We stopped in the number 4, separation of land.
Eu quero dar um exemplo pessoal.
I would like to give my own personal example.
Eu costumo sentir muito frio.
I usually feel very cold.
Eu sou do Rio de Janeiro.
I belong to the city of Rio de Janeiro,
que é uma cidade quente.
which is a hot place. Vou de Amito Garambe e Derek.
Mas eu já moro fora do Brasil há 13 anos.
But I reside out of my country for the past 13 years. Terasal, me desde que barraram aqui.
Na Europa.
Europe mesmo.
Então ali eu sinto muito, muito frio.
Europe mesmo, toda tanda a grande compare Carungi, Mira Brasil, Rio de Janeiro, a maravilha de agatora actually tanda.
Quando o inverno vai chegando, eu começo a ficar triste.
And then vou tanda me atena. Amara mambi crab vivo udas. Whenever the weather changes, the winter comes in, I also start becoming feeling sad.
Desanimada.
You know, I mean, the feeling, you know, non-energetic.
Uhum. Começo a reclamar, ainda faltam 3 meses.
I start complaining. Oh my goodness, it's just 3 months to end that winter.
Fico mais estressada em casa.
I've been more stressed and angry around my house.
Então, esse é um exemplo pessoal de luto migratório.
This is a personal example of my, immigration grief.
E também são sintomas de uma pessoa que passa por uma situação traumática.
These are symptoms of a person that goes through a traumatic situation.
Nós já falamos sobre trauma.
We have discussed about trauma.
E agora eu quero passar para a parte prática do nosso tempo.
From the theory, I would like to then begin discussing the practicality of the issue.
Quando eu vou ensinar vocês a usar o livro como ferramenta para se conectar com uma criança em situação de vulnerabilidade.
I'm going to therefore teach you all to use this instrument. How to deal with the children that are vulnerable.
Por que eu construí esse caminho com vocês, falando sobre traumas, sobre emoções? Por quê?
I have built starting dialoguing about the trauma. There is a reason behind why I have begun our session talking about the trauma.
Para vocês perceberem o quão complexo uma pessoa é.
You can observe how complex a person is. मतलब एक इंसान इतना अलग है इंडिविजुअल एक इंसान तो बहुत ऐसे कॉम्प्लेक्स है हम जानते नहीं सब लोग इतना अलग-अलग है individually.
Eu vou dar um exemplo. Se uma mesma família se muda, a família inteira, para um outro vilarejo,
say, for example, if the entire family has to, live their village to a different village, एक पूरा परिवार अपना गांव छोड़ के और दूसरे गांव में शिफ्ट करोगे.
Vocês acham que essa família vai passar por essa experiência da mesma forma?
अच्छा आप तो देखा है पूरा परिवार तो एक गांव से दूसरा गांव शिफ्ट हुई आपको लग रहा है मतलब वो अलग-अलग परिवार के मतलब मेंबर्स अलग-अलग फीलिंग्स ना आएगा. When we see the entire family shifting from one village to another village, as many family members, each member is going to have a different emotion, a different feeling, a different reaction.
E a gente está falando de uma família que tem os mesmos hábitos, estão no mesmo contexto social, provavelmente as mesmas relações.
We are talking about one equal context. We are talking about one family. We are talking about family that has, mother, father, brother, sister. They have the same relationship in the context of family. We are talking about members of families.
Porém,
essas pessoas não vão passar por essa experiência de forma igual.
Never, in no possible way, that entire family is going to have the same feeling and the same experience. Each one of them are going to react differently according to their own emotions.
Porque cada pessoa é única.
Everyone is unique. एक इंसान अलग है. हम सब लोग परमेश्वर हम सब लोग अलग बना है.
Agora eu pergunto para vocês que são adultos, é fácil a gente expressar as nossas emoções? É fácil a gente explicar para o outro como a gente está se sentindo?
Now I ask you all adults, is it easy for you to explain to another person how you feel? हम अभी देखिए हम सारे adults हैं. आप तो adult हैं. आप दूसरे इंसानों को आसानी है आप अपना feelings explain करोगे. मेरा ये feeling.
Agora nós vamos focar na criança, tá bom?
We are going to then therefore return and put our focus in the children. अभी हमें ये दोनों example दिया था. अभी हम वापस आओगे और हम बच्चे को अभी हम focus करेंगे.
Se para os adultos é difícil se expressar, imagina para uma criança.
बच्चे के लिए मतलब सोचिए, adults के लिए मुश्किल है. देखिए, if for adults it's difficult for us to express our feelings, imagine for the children how they feel, how they put on those feelings across out of their beings.
Eles não sabem explicar aquilo que sentem também.
The children they cannot explain what they feel. बच्चे तो explain नहीं हो पाएगा हमारा feeling, हमारा सोच, हमारा मन क्या है.
Então, como nós podemos ajudar uma criança que não sabe se expressar bem?
How can we help the children that cannot express their own feelings? हम as adults, हम बच्चों को सेवा कैसे करेंगे?
A primeira coisa, e talvez a mais importante, para lidar com uma criança é evitar a interpretação e começar o diálogo.
When we deal with the children, we are not supposed to interpret what that person is feeling. We need to begin with a dialogue. हमने बच्चे ऐसे देखा है बदतमीज करते हैं ये मतलब नहीं है ये बदतमीजी है ना मतलब हम इंटरप्रेट नहीं करना चाहिए क्या है हम तो बात तो करना है बच्चे क्या बात है बता.
Eu mostrei para vocês através de desenho.
I shown them through drawings. मैंने तो देखा है वो through drawings.
Eu mostrei para vocês através da teoria.
I shown them through the theory. वो theory भी हमें explain किया था.
Como é difícil compreender as emoções de uma criança.
इतना मुश्किल है बच्चे का मन कैसे मतलब हम हो पाएगा मतलब understand. I shown and I explained to all of you how it's difficult to understand those feelings.
Então, como nós podemos ajudar essas crianças através das emoções delas?
How can we help the children according to each child's emotion? How can we help those children? वो तो बच्चा अलग-अलग बच्चा है, अलग-अलग feelings, emotions है. हम सेवा कैसे हो पाएगा?
Ok. A primeira coisa é evitar a interpretação.
सबसे पहला चीज है हम वो बच्चे का behavior interpret ना करें. The very first thing that we're not supposed to do is to try to interpret that behavior of the child.
Nós precisamos criar vínculo.
We need to create a link.
Bom, tá bom.
We need to create the link.
Vínculo com essa criança.
We need, again, I would like to repeat, we need to create a link with that child.
Mas isso não pode parecer que não é simples.
कभी-कभी लग रहा है simple है नहीं. Sometimes it shows like it's not simple.
E também a maneira certa de fazer isso não é se conectando com uma criança como eu me conectaria com um adulto.
Now we see the way that we connect with an adult is different the way that we connect with a child. We cannot connect with a child the way we connect with adults. देखिए एक बच्चे है एक adult है. Connection अलग है. और हमारा approach इस connection में अलग होनी चाहिए.
Então, eu criei esse instrumento para poder ajudar os adultos a interagirem com as emoções da criança.
मैंने ये इंस्ट्रूमेंट बनाया है ताकि adults पता चलेगा समझेगा वो link connection कैसे करेगा बच्चे के साथ.
Para que os adultos não precisem interpretar aquele comportamento, mas saibam pela própria criança aquilo que ela está sentindo.
ताकि वो adult interpret ना करोगे, वो adult directly समझ जाएगी वो बच्चे की बात, बच्चे की feeling क्या है.
Mas é claro que a criança não vai chegar e dizer assim, hoje eu estou triste porque aconteceu isso comigo.
बच्चे तो नहीं आया आपके सामने नहीं मिलेगा मैं तो उदास हूँ क्योंकि आज ये हुआ हमारा ऊपर पे. The child is not going to come directly to us and say today I'm sad because this thing has happened today.
Mas ela vai mostrar no livro para você a imagem que representa como ela se sente naquele momento.
The child may even draw how the child is feeling at that moment. The child is maybe out of embarrassment or anything as such. The child is not going to speak verbally, but the child might draw. बच्चे तो मुंह से नहीं बोलेगा कभी शर्मिंदा है कभी इतना बड़ी बात हुआ पीछे वो शर्मिंदा में आ गया नहीं बोलेगा पर ड्राइंग में करेगा.
Então, eu vou explicar um pouquinho da história para vocês. Nessa história, Bonde, que é esse passarinho, ele está muito bem lá no seu bosque quando ele descobre que vai ter que deixar o bosque dele, que vai ter que sair do bosque dele. E ele descobre, vou falar essa coisa, ele descobre porque escuta os pássaros adultos conversando.
अच्छा देखिए ये बर्ड तो बहुत खुश है अपना जगह में बहुत खुश है पर सडनली उदास हो गया क्योंकि वो दूसरी बर्ड्स तो adults है बच्चा नहीं कुछ बात सुन लिया ना इसलिए इसको अभी उदास है मुझे यहाँ से निकलना पड़ेगा.
Isso, essa situação é uma situação que ocorre nas nossas casas.
ये तो होता है हमारा घर के अंदर में होता है ये सिचुएशन.
Muitas vezes nós estamos conversando entre os adultos só e as crianças escutam.
कितनी बार हम एक्चुअली एज adults हम बात कर रहे हो और बच्चे सुनते हैं बात.
Mas a gente não se dá conta de que as crianças são como esponjas.
और हमको भूल जाते हैं वो स्पॉन्ज समझते हैं हम एकदम सॉफ्ट है बच्चे इस तरह है.
E elas vão absorvendo tudo que elas escutam e veem.
The kids are like a sponge. They absorb everything they listen and they see. बच्चे एकदम स्पॉन्ज की तरह है वो तो सुनते हैं और देखते हैं अपना अंदर ले आते हैं.
Mas se a gente não explica para as crianças aquilo que está acontecendo,
but if we do not explain to the kids what is actually happening, अगर हम बच्चे को explain नहीं करोगे मतलब क्या है ये situation,
ela cria a explicação dela.
बच्चे तो अपना खुद कहानी बना देंगे. The child is going to create its own explanation of the situation that the child has heard or has seen.
Só que ela vai isso se repete todos os dias e ela vai criando a sua identidade, a sua personalidade, a forma como ela se relaciona com os outros e a forma como ela percebe o mundo.
वो तो situation क्या करते हैं अपना बच्चे इस situation through अपना personality बन जाते हैं और through that personality घर के बाहर जाते हैं और ऐसे behave attitude करेगा अपना लोगों है ना के पास में. The child sees, the child hears what's happening in the house, and the child begins interpreting the way that she understands. And then that creates a personality. And that child goes out and deals with its own, through that personality that the child has created, with its own interpretation.
Ok. Pode passar, por favor? E isso tem impacto nas emoções dele.
And all this impacts the emotions of those kids. ये तो बच्चे का बहुत मजबूत emotional impact actually बनता है.
Existem três coisas principais que eu trabalho no livro: as emoções, os pensamentos e as sensações corporais.
corporal sensations, emotions,
and
and thoughts. These are the 3 points that I have worked out in this instrument, in this book. बच्चे का सोच, बच्चे का physical reaction भी मैं यहाँ सब कुछ explanation में actually यहाँ दे दिया है.
Por exemplo, aquela situação deixou ele muito preocupado, ele não sabia como agir e isso causou nele uma grande dor.
देखिए, the child has heard that situation, the child has seen that situation, the child created its own thought, whatever imagination, and that has caused what? A physical reaction, unwellness. The child has created unwellness. Everybody remember that earlier picture of the emptiness? Eu te completar em inglês, tá bem?
Sim. Não, é
Só para
porque
poder
ele falou do desenho, né?
eles entenderem melhor.
Eu ia falar.
Também deu isso.
Exatamente isso, para poder lembrar do desenho que aquela menina, como ela sentia a dor, né? Agora, vocês conseguem ver que esse é um balão do pensamento e conseguem observar quais são as coisas que tem no balão do pensamento dele?
See, this is like a balloon. वो प्लास्टिक balloon है, colorful balloon है, और ये balloon के अंदर ये सब कुछ है. बच्चे का दिमाग ये ऐसे भी बनता है. The child's brain, the child's head is like a balloon, and then over here in this screen, all these things are here inside the child's head, which is the balloon.
As imagens que eu coloquei no balão são referentes à síndrome de Ulisses, que eu ensinei para vocês.
Ulysses की síndrome है ना, ये पूरा portrait में है इस balloon में. The syndrome of Ulysses syndrome is everything portrayed over here in this balloon, which is the head of the child.
São coisas que são importantes para ele.
These are things that are important for the child. बच्चे के लिए तो ये जरूरी, ये हमारे लिए तो importance अलग बात है. बच्चे का importance ये है. आप देखिए क्या क्या चिप्पी यहाँ है, ये है कोई खिलौना है, bread है. In the head of the child, which is the balloon, these things are important. The toy and the bread. Okay, okay.
E ele estava muito preocupado, mas não fez nada para mudar aquilo. Ele ficou, olha, quietinho lá, não falou com ninguém e
kept that worry within itself, and that worry became chronic, developing into other states. वो बच्चा अपना वो परेशान में ना रखा अपना अंदर रखा और धीरे कुछ और बड़ा परेशान actually पैदा किया.
E aqui, então, tem 4 estados emocionais diferentes que funcionam para você, adulto cuidador, como uma escala.
Emotional, these are the 4 emotional states that it's like a escalator and works for us as adults.
Então, por exemplo, quando uma criança que você conhece chega e você percebe que ela não está assim muito, sabe, como ela costuma estar. Então, você pode abrir o livro, voltar para a história e perguntar para ela: olha, será que tem algum bonde? Será que tem algum passarinho que parece com você hoje?
See, sometimes we can perceive when a child is different. So then we go back to what we have learned here in the psychological examples. That first bird that heard something was worried. So it comes to that same context.
É muito comum que você pense que, por exemplo, se uma criança chega muito agitada em casa e você pensa que ela está aqui, olha, agitada, parece que ela está com raiva, mas lembra que o nosso caminho não é o caminho da interpretação. Então, você pode abrir a história.
Eu tenho que traduzir, porque senão fica difícil.
Então tá.
See, we see, for example, the child has come, all right? With that worry. And that is the reaction of the child. The child is looking actually worried. But as adults, our first reaction is not to try to interpret what's that feeling. बच्चे तो घर पे आ गया वापस आपको देखा बच्चे थोड़ा अलग लग रहा है Amara come as adults. ये नहीं है. इसका interpretation करो. ये नहीं है. ये रास्ता नहीं है.
Porque você pode pensar que ela está aqui, ela vai, você vai assim, não, ela com certeza vai apontar para cá, ela está com raiva, mas quando você abre o livro e conversa com ela aponta aqui.
You see, the child is like a book. When you take the child, apparently the child is looking angry and upset. You try to interpret. The child is like a book. You will open the book and dialogue with the child. You would understand the child is, for example, not angry. The child is actually having another different feeling.
E também essa questão, ela vai, esse livro eles vão ganhar, vão receber. E aí a ideia é que as pessoas abram os livros para gerar essa conexão. Então essas imagens ali, elas podem perguntar às crianças para saber exatamente como eles se sentem, em vez de interpretar, pedir para a criança apontar. Então, talvez pode falar para eles que quando eles receberem o download, só para que eles vão poder fazer isso com o que ela fala.
So, if we go and analyze this entire thing here, these are the connections that creates a linkage. And they would like to say that all of you are going to receive this book, and they would like you all to use this book as a psychological guidance for the child, while you are dialoguing, counseling the child.
Okay? Então, você pode mostrar para a criança esses estados emocionais, essas imagens para essa criança identificar.
You can even kind of use the book to show to the child, you know, okay, you don't want to talk to me about it. Would you like to show to me over here? Would you like to put your finger over here and show me which of this bird is you? Bache kabi man hai nahi bate karne mein, kabi sharminda hai. Fir aap book le lo और आप पूछ लीजिए, ओके मत बोलिए, और आप दिखाओ ना मुझको, आप कौन सी बर्ड है, आपका फिंगर वहीं रख दीजिए, मुझे बताओ आपका ये है, खुश है, उदास है, क्या है, आपका बर्ड कौन सी है?
E a forma como você interage com a criança que se sente triste é diferente da forma que você interage com uma criança que está com raiva, com muita raiva.
The way that you are going to interact, dialogue with a child that may be sad, for example, we cannot interact in dialogue in the same manner, in the same way, with a child that maybe is angry. अभी आप देखिए एक बच्चे तो उदास है, ठीक है? हमारा बातों में, डायलॉग में अलग होनी चाहिए, वो दूसरा बच्चा गुस्सा है. हमारा डायलॉग, हमारा काउंसलिंग, हमारा लिंकेज, इंटरेक्शन अलग होनी चाहिए actually.
Então, você também pode mostrar, a página seguinte mostra esse estado emocional da criança, de solitude.
आप देखिए बच्चे तो बिल्कुल अकेले ऐसे, आपको वो बुक का पेज खोल लीजिएगा, यहाँ पहुंचेगा, ये तो बिल्कुल अकेले है, आप देखिए बिल्कुल lonely, अकेले.
Então, você pode mostrar para a criança que se ela está se sentindo daquela forma e não fizer nada, então ela pode chegar num quadro como esse.
आप बच्चे को दिखाओ ना, आप यहाँ पहुंच गए, आप बिल्कुल अकेले हैं, आपने आप खुद मतलब आइसोलेशन में आ गया, फिर आप बच्चे को बोलना है बेटा अपने आप को आइसोलेशन में नहीं रखना क्योंकि खतरा में है.
E você pode perguntar para a criança, você acha que se sentir assim é bom?
फिर आप बच्चे से पूछो, आपको ये फीलिंग मतलब आपको अच्छा लगा है क्या, आपका अकेले फीलिंग अच्छा लगा है क्या, बच्चे से पूछ लीजिए.
Você pode fazer a criança pensar sobre esses estados emocionais. Como ela não quer chegar até assim.
You bring the child to understand herself, himself, by asking these questions. है ना, हम क्या करते हैं, हम बच्चे से पूछे हैं ताकि बच्चे भी समझ जाएगा हमारा फीलिंग क्या है, बच्चे खुद भी समझ जाएगा अगर आप पूछेगा.
Agora, também aponta formas para você se conectar com a criança.
ये तो भी है, रास्ता है आपका connection linkage counseling बच्चे करने का ये भी रास्ता है.
Vocês lembram que no balão do pensamento dele, quando ele estava triste, tinha um pão?
आपने खुद देखा वो पहला एक balloon है, एक रोटी था. In the balloon, in the thought of that balloon, which is the brain, the head of the child, there was a bread, एक रोटी था.
E o que os pais dele estão levando para ele para poder se conectar com ele?
इसका माता पिता कुछ ले जाते हैं ताकि बच्चे के साथ connection हो पाएगा.
Isso significa que é importante vocês se conectarem com o coração da criança.
मतलब ये है बच्चे का दिल से हम connection करना पड़ेगा. We need to connect with the child's feelings, which mean we need to connect with the child's heart.
E você só vai conseguir isso se fizer para ela aquilo que é importante para ela e não para você.
You can only directly connect with the child's heart and the child's emotion when you do what actually is important for the child, not what is important for you. We cannot see the best interests of ours. We need to focus on the child.
Existem pessoas que se sentem amadas quando alguém gasta tempo com ela.
Some people, they feel, you know, they feel that they are being loved when someone is spending precious time with them. कोई बच्चे ऐसे हैं, मैं तो प्यार मोहब्बत मिल रही हूँ क्योंकि वो तो time देते हैं ना मुझको.
Existem outras pessoas que se sentem amadas quando alguém faz algum serviço para ela, alguma coisa, faz alguma ajuda.
कोई लोगों के लिए और कोई बच्चे के लिए मतलब है आप कुछ काम के लिए मेरे लिए किया, ये मेरे लिए प्यार मोहब्बत है.
Existem outras pessoas que se sentem amadas quando ganham um presente.
अच्छा कोई लोग ऐसे सोचे हैं मतलब ये तो बंदा मुझको प्यार मोहब्बत देते हैं क्योंकि गिफ्ट देता मुझको.
Nós costumamos a demonstrar amor como a gente gostaria de ser amado.
We begin demonstrating love to others the way that we want to be loved. कभी-कभी ऐसे होता है हम भी demonstrate करते हैं इस तरह मुझे भी ऐसे प्यार मोहब्बत चाहिए इसीलिए मैं भी ऐसे इस तरह में देती हूँ आपके लिए प्यार मोहब्बत.
Por exemplo, eu me sinto amada quando eu ganho um presente, então eu vou demonstrar amor para Karen dando um presente para ela.
For example, I feel that I'm being loved when I give a gift. I also feel that I'm going to be loved in the same way if this man here gives me a gift. ये मतलब कभी-कभी feeling होता है सब लोगों को अलग है. मेरा ये feeling है मैं आपके लिए कुछ गिफ्ट दे दूंगी ये मेरी तरह है प्यार मोहब्बत आपको देने के लिए. पर मेरा ये feeling है अगर आपको सच प्यार मोहब्बत करते हैं आप भी मेरे को गिफ्ट देंगे.
A minha intenção é boa, eu quero demonstrar amor para ela.
मेरा intention तो अच्छा है मुझे असली प्यार मोहब्बत मतलब शो करना है. My emotions and my feelings are without any vested interests. My feelings are sincere. My way of giving a gift to her is my way of showing love for her.
Mas, como ela gostaria mesmo que eu fizesse com ela, é passar tempo com ela.
But her way of loving and understanding what love is different. For her, she understands love if she spends time with her. सब लोग अलग है. प्यार मोहब्बत कोई लोगों के लिए है अरे मुझे गिफ्ट थोड़ी चाहिए मुझे तुम्हारा टाइम चाहिए. मेरे लिए तो ये मोहब्बत ये प्यार है.
Então aqui é uma demonstração. Aqui é uma demonstração de que os pais sabiam como ele se sentiria amado.
This is a demonstration how the parents knew the way the child will feel that the child is being loved. ये मम्मी पापा है माता पिता है अबू अम्मा है मतलब हाथों में है क्योंकि वो माता पिता अबू अम्मा पता है बनते हैं in the way of a gift ये जानते हैं ये प्यार.
Então, quando você se conecta com o coração da criança, então você cria o.
When you connect yourself with the child, you automatically then create a linkage.
E aí o balão do pensamento dele muda.
आप देखिए इसका सोच बदल गया, इसका दिमाग भी बदल गया। आप वो balon देखो, एग्जाम्पल देखो, सब कुछ बदल गया। सूरज में है वहीं, फूल है वहीं, देखिए सारा बदल गया।
Porque através do vínculo, nós podemos ajudar as crianças através das emoções dele, a
मतलब
partir das emoções dele.
वो तो लिंकेज है, ये रास्ता है, ताकि हम बच्चे का सेवा करेंगे। ये इमोशंस धीरे धीरे पता चलेगा। और ये एग्जाम्पल कितना खूबसूरत मोहब्बत लग रहा है। वो बच्चे का सोच, वो balon कैसे बदल गया।
Pode passar, né? Eu já estou caminhando para o final. Eu sei que a gente está com um tempo, né? Bem, já estamos há bastante tempo aqui.
I'm about to complete my session. हम अभी थोड़ी देर में सेक्शन कंप्लीट करना चाहता है, क्योंकि हम ज़्यादा टाइम है यहाँ। Mas lá vamos fixar do ainda.
Mas essa é uma das páginas, uma das cenas mais importantes para se criar um vínculo.
ये सबसे important है। देखिए कितना खूबसूरत है। अगर हम लिंकेज कनेक्शन करना है बच्चे के साथ, ये देखिए रिजल्ट फाइनल क्या है। देखिए कितना खूबसूरत है ड्राइंग।
Porque depois que eles começam a voar, durante essa viagem, eles enfrentam uma tempestade, como vocês podem ver.
आप देखिए बच्चे तो फ्लाई कर रहे हो, और आप देखिए वहीं रास्ते में क्या मिला, क्या है ये।
Ok. E vocês podem perceber que ele se sente um pouco perdido, né? O que está acontecendo?
आप देखिए बच्चे का feeling ये थोड़ा lost है। You can see that the child is, you know, even though the child is flying, he began the feeling a bit lost.
E eu quero dizer para vocês algumas coisas que vocês podem trabalhar com essa cena.
I'm going to be speaking right now. How can we work out in regards to the scene that we are seeing here? The child is feeling lost.
Bom, vocês podem usar essa cena para qualquer situação de dificuldade que a criança estiver passando.
You can actually show the child this scene so that the child recreate and understand what difficulty that child is going through. आप ये बच्चे को ये, for example, ये बच्चे के लिए तो ये दिखाओ, ताकि बच्चे थोड़ा मतलब सोचेंगे हमारा ये क्या situation है.
Você pode dizer para a criança que mesmo que está tudo bem ela se sentir perdida, não saber exatamente o que está acontecendo, mas que ela pode confiar em vocês, porque vocês sabem, conhecem aquela situação e sabem como podem ajudar.
You can visibly see, and you can dialogue with the child that you see. You can feel love with her. You can feel confidence, even though you are feeling lost. I am here. You can have confidence in me. You don't have to have the feeling of lost.
Eu quero dar um exemplo pessoal de como eu uso essa cena com os meus filhos.
I would like to give you an example in my own personal life. How do I deal with my own children?
Nós somos uma família cristã.
We are a Christian family.
E nós acreditamos em Deus.
We believe in God Almighty, Allah Parmeshwar.
Acreditamos em Jesus como Filho de Deus.
We believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God Almighty. Quran में भी लिखा है, ईसा मसीह अल्लाह की बकरी है.
É só uma experiência pessoal.
हमारा वो personal experience, it's my personal experience that I'm actually dialoguing.
Então vocês podem aplicar de acordo com a experiência pessoal de vocês.
You can always apply also that experience that you are having as an individual, to your own children or to the children that you are working with.
Então eu digo para os meus filhos que quando nós estamos passando por alguma situação de dificuldade, nós podemos confiar e voar debaixo das asas do papai, como Deus está nos protegendo, mesmo na situação de dificuldade.
I personally tell to my children that we can feel secure in the arms, in the wings of God Almighty. It's just like God Almighty has the wings, and He takes us and endures us there. हम हमारा सोच है और मेरे बच्चे को ये बोलते हैं, देखिए बेटा, देखिए आप आराम कीजिए, अल्लाह परमेश्वर God Almighty की wings, की हाथ होगी.
Então, vocês podem aplicar de acordo com a vida de vocês.
Apa through आपका खुद personal experience आप apply कीजिएगा.
Next, please. E depois, e reforçar para as crianças que aquele momento difícil, ele não vai durar a vida toda.
और आप खुद बच्चे को बोल दीजिएगा ना, वो मुश्किल situation तो पूरा जिंदगी में नहीं रहेगा. You can also explain to the child that the difficult situation is not going to be forever in the child's life. It's going to end one day.
E nessa parte, ele encontra o sol. E o sol, depois da tempestade, enxuga cada gotinha das penas molhadinhas.
तो आप देखिए कितना खूबसूरत वो पूरा परेशान में बच्चे तो सूरज मिला रास्ते में, है ना? और उनका बच्चे का वो ये बर्ड का खुद विंग्स में पानी में था, वो सूख गया.
Toda criança precisa de esperança.
Every child needs hope.
Especialmente as crianças que vivem em situação de vulnerabilidade.
Especially the kids that live in vulnerable situations, they need hope.
Quando nós trabalhamos com crianças,
when we work with children,
nós precisamos saber que precisamos levar essa esperança para as crianças.
When we work with the children, we need to take that hope to them.
Next, please. So, aqui eu tenho diversas outras formas de reforçar o vínculo, tá bom? Mas vocês vão ter acesso ao livro. Eu vou dar o livro para vocês, não o livro físico, o e-book, porque não tinha como trazer tantos livros.
Yeah, over here we can see another example in this drawing here.
Não, por exemplo. Pode passar. Não dei o exemplo do...
Okay, so of course we do not have the physical book because bringing from Brazil to India is the weight, you know, and customers duty. But we will be providing the book to the e-book through the, you know, digital system.
Então, todos vocês podem ajudar uma criança em situação de vulnerabilidade.
We all can help a child in a vulnerable situation. We all. हम सारा बच्चे का सेवा कर सकते. वो बच्चे वो vulnerable situation में हमारा capability है बच्चे को सेवा करना.
Desde que você se conecte com o coração dessa criança.
We need to connect with the heart of the child.
E perceba que o coração dela é como essa imagem aqui.
So that we perceive the child's heart is like this image. वो बच्चे का दिल बिल्कुल इस तरह है.
Tem várias formas com que você pode se conectar e fazer com que ela se sinta amada.
There are various forms that you can connect with the child to make the child feel that he's being loved, he's being cared. इतना forms है, इतना अलग-अलग रास्ता है. बच्चे तो पता चलेगा मैं मोहब्बत में प्यार मिल रही हूँ. मेरा उर्दू हिंदी समझ रहे हैं? शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद.
Ok? Então, o caminho não é de interpretação. Ninguém vai sair daqui interpretando, né, gente?
Ahora, the way is not to interpret the child's feeling. रास्ता ये नहीं है बच्चे का interpretation क्या feelings क्या है. ये रास्ता नहीं.
Mas nós vamos, a partir do diálogo,
we will be dialoguing with the child to understand the child's feelings. हम तो बच्चे का dialogue बात तो करेगा तभी हम directly सीधा हम पता चलेगा बच्चे का feelings क्या है.
Criar ambiente seguro.
और वो तो ambiente que safe, सेवा में. We are going to create an ambiente which makes the child to feel secure, safe, protected.
Acolher as emoções dessa criança.
We have to, you know, वो बच्चे को बिल्कुल ऐसे या मोहब्बत मिलते हैं ना, ऐसे सेवा फील करते हैं हमारा हाथों में बच्चे.
Você está triste? Tudo bem. Eu quero saber mais sobre isso.
आप उदास है क्या? आप मुझसे बात करें. Are you sad? Please talk to me. I want to know more about why you are sad. You are smiling.
Ok. Agora vocês podem apontar a câmera do celular de vocês para esse QR Code e baixar o livro.
अगर आपको चाहिए आप स्कैन कीजिएगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली ये किताब आएगा सिस्टम में अगर आप स्कैन करोगे ना 1 by 1 और वहीं से शायद आपको पास में आना है वो किताब ऑटोमेटिक आपका मोबाइल में आएगा
Ok? Ok? Então eu quero agradecer.
मुझे शुक्रिया धन्यवाद देना चाहता है I would like to thank all of you.
Vocês podem fazer isso também mais pertinho, nos outros momentos.
Eu também expliquei, só para completar na língua inglesa.
Tá bom. Eu quero agradecer a atenção de todos vocês.
I again would like to thank the attention of all of you.
Eu queria muito falar em inglês, porque aí já ia mais rápido.
I would like to be talking in English so it goes faster.
Mas eu agradeço a Heloísa por me ajudar.
Heloísa, criada, né?
Você faz meu tempo. Muito obrigada. Eu espero que esse instrumento ajude a todos vocês a se conectarem com a criança da vida.
I do hope that this instrument helps all of you to connect with the children. हमारा ये hope है ये instrument मतलब help करोगे to connect with the वो बच्चा.
Muito obrigada.
Once again, thank you very much.
Nós
दोबारा
temos
मुहब्बत शुक्रिया.
Nós temos
धन्यवाद शुक्रिया.
Já fala vários
Eu fui um pouco de sânscrito, um pouco de inglês, 4 línguas.
Agora nós temos um tempinho para tirar dúvidas, se vocês tiverem alguma dúvida ou fazerem algum comentário.
Any questions or any comments? अगर आपको आप लोगों को कुछ पूछना चाहता है और खुद कमेंट करना प्लीज सर.
I just wanted to go from her. Before coming to India, what was you perceiving about children in India?
Uau! Antes de você vir à Índia, o que você estava pensando sobre as crianças da Índia?
Eu procuro não criar expectativas sobre nenhuma cultura, porque eu viajo a muitos países. Então, eu não crio essas expectativas, eu espero chegar e conhecer a partir daquilo que eu escuto das pessoas, daquilo que eu vejo.
Actually, as I go to various different countries, I always try never to create expectations. I always like to come and reach and learn with what I'm seeing with my eyes, through the culture and through the people. मैं कभी भी expectations नहीं बनाते क्योंकि मैं अलग-अलग देश जाते हैं, है ना? मुझे डायरेक्टली सीखना है लोगों से और कल्चर से डायरेक्टली वहीं पहुंच जाते हैं, मुझे सीखना चाहिए वो perceptions में बनाते नहीं.
No início da minha formação, eu criava expectativas, mas eu já fui tão surpreendida em todas essas viagens que eu adotei esse tipo de comportamento. Então, eu não tenho nenhuma expectativa, eu espero aprender com vocês.
It's of course that in the beginning of my career, in the beginning of this project,
I
used to...
This project.
Não, é que você tem que aprender o inglês. Você fala também dessa forma.
Do quê? Do projeto? Do início do projeto? Não, do início da minha carreira.
Carreira, projeto, é a mesma coisa em inglês. É porque se você vê, eu falo inglês puro. Inclusive, eu adiciono o seu português para poder falar no melhor inglês.
Então vai lá.
Correto? See, in the beginning of my project, of my career, I used to create perceptions. But the moment I was to reach there, I was surprised. It wasn't there. So I learned it with experience to the project of my life and my work. To not create expectations, to simply reach there and learn by the experience.
You got it about Indian children.
Uau! E qual é a experiência que você tem com as crianças da Índia?
Eu acabei de chegar.
Quando você chegou? Por isso que eu preciso completar o inglês.
Eu acabei de chegar. Cheguei, que dia
ontem, antes de ontem. 2 dias
Oh,
atrás.
In fact, I just reached the day before.
Okay.
It's only 2 days. I don't have yet the experience. Just 2 days.
It's just years experience.
Yes.
She's
Tickets will be at the
Counter.
counter, this counter, tickets are available, and newly can scan this, scan this, and Ashish can give the next.
Ele vai finalizar.
No.
Você
Thank
quer
you all.
perguntar? Não?
For listening and for giving your precious time. We know that today is Sunday. Everybody has some like assignments or casuals, but you have just given us your precious time today. So I would like to thank you, and thank you, Nimala. She has done a lot of work for us.